Spring has sprung. Birds chirping, trees blooming, and Hick brought out his homemade hummingbird feeder. Cost me a drunk night drinking bourbon and Diet Pepsi, a little bit of food coloring, sugar, and water. And it got me to thinking, it's amazing the things people spend money on when you can do it yourself. This could be made out of a 2-liter bottle and straws. Put some holes in, put the straws in. I just melted a candle. Just wax. Fill in the cracks where the tubes go in. I used some rubber tubing that I had laying around. But you can use a straw. Sugar, water, and food coloring. So, I don't know why, but I got this idea. Apparently the dog needs more fiber in her diet. But, just some little homemade gadgets. I don't know what I'm thinking about. Gadgets and gizmos that I've made. Dog, you're going to be shitting toothpicks. Yeah, keep rolling around. You're going to get a bath. Ooh, dirty word. But, good morning, everybody. Cheers. I can't see my camera screen. Damn, son. But I just wanted to come out and show some just odd and end crap. If you have money to buy gear or buy whatever, like your little life straw or whatever, more power to you. But when you don't, you can always make your own. Now I have, of course, stainless steel bottles. I keep my life straw in one. I keep one in the truck, one in my bag. There's little things you can do. Duct tape, always a good thing to have, but carrying a whole roll sucks. Takes up too much space. Take an old license, ID, credit card, whatever, wrap it around, flattens it out, and of course my card is going to keep dying. But almost a full roll of duct tape, flattened out. Same thing here, but just 1-inch reinforced tape, which is tape that has string in it. Even tougher to break than duct tape. All the way down to little stupid shit, like this old freaking hatchet that I found a while back. Put an edge on it, didn't have a sheath, so hey, cardboard and duct tape. I'm not carrying it with me all the time, just something to keep it covered. You don't have to go out and buy a leather sheath and all this kind of crap, or all the way down to lanterns. Little emergency lantern. All that is vegetable oil, piece of rope. I got a little socket on there. Vegetable oil burns just as good. Something you can make at home. Why pay money for something if you can have this stuff laying around? And if I stop burning my finger and the wind would quit blowing, it normally lights right freak up. But just like this little critter here, I don't know if I've ever shown this on a video before. All this is stainless steel welding rod. Wrapped it around a screwdriver, get the spring action. This little guy goes right in there. Spring, you fill it with water, tie it off, hold it over a fire, boiling water, cooking beans, cooking rice, whatever you want to do. Spring loaded, holds plenty of weight, and when you're done, it just Fits right down in the bottle. Put your cap back on. Little lantern. Here, same thing. Some old wire, or some old wire, flattened out the ends, made a frog gig. Homemade. And instead of being flattened out to where you have to split the branch and put it inside and tie it off, I prefer to put the branch inside. Because in the first frog gig I did, I had to split the branch, tie it off like an old arrowhead. But if you accidentally hit a rock, you can split the branch and stuff goes kind of sideways. Same with little homemade spearhead. All you need is a stick, a little bit of rope. I've got holes drilled through, so if you have an awl on your knife, or have a knife, or have the capability, if you don't want to tie it off, you can just put a little stick through, hold your stuff together. And other little things. Like I said, I'm the kind of person, if you got the stuff and capability of making your own, why spend the money? Snares. Here. Homemade snare. Washer bent. Now I used, right here, I used NiCoPress buttons to hold the stuff on, but you can use a little nut. Whatever. You got hammer, you got capability. Multiple sizes. I got the little guy here for little game, and big guys for bigger game. Once again, when you're broke, you'll come up with all kinds of things. A homemade can crusher, all the way down to my grate. I got the old grate. The only problem with the grates that come with them, gaps are too damn big. Food will fall through. Just some expanded metal. I just had it reinforced because it was too flimsy. Just put some flat iron or flat bar to reinforce it. And this little critter I just made up, coal rake. Pile your coals up in your grill. Once you get them burning, rake them, spread them out. Nothing but an old piece of scrap pipe, a piece of aluminum. I've got it tie wired on because my aluminum broke in half, but it'll work for what I'm using it for. So, of course, homemade table. Just like my homemade burn pit out there with my homemade pallet. And sometimes it pays to be thrifty. What can I say? I'm going to go drink some coffee and fuck with the dog.